Well, good morning. I managed to stay up with a 7-hour time difference and it paid off. A couple of green screens yesterday. How did you get on yourselves? Well, this was a lovely one. We missed a really fine opportunity, though, at 3-0 to Leicester, who have been deducted points and are not in the best form. Laying them here early, before the first half has even finished, was the best angle. Did lay the late draw, though, with that comeback from Saints all the way down to 1.06. I don't know how low it went, but that's great. The return, absolutely superb for the amount risked. So that was brilliant. I also mentioned Manchester United equaliser against West Ham. It was a very spirited performance from the Hammers yesterday, but it had an air of inevitability about it. Were they really going to cling on for a 1-0? Skinny profits, taking away the insurance. But an excellent evening. If I can just get 2 of them every day, I'd be a millionaire, Rodders. So that was a good angle in. If you went +1, which covers the draw, you'd have been rewarded with that. Arguably could have laid the late draw. Chelsea and Leeds, the first slip up from Rosinha. This is the problem. New managers against a manager they haven't met before. Could be anything, couldn't it? 2-2, excellent Leeds performance. Everton and Bournemouth, no real angle there. Similar Tottenham and Newcastle, although this went as per expectation, really. You'd expected the Geordies to do something. And in the Championship, emphatic stuff from Norwich. And Birmingham, West Brom, local derby, so difficult to trust that one. Cambridge United, full of goals when you don't need them to be. Only the 1 goal last week. SerieA B, Venezia and Modena did take on this Modena lead with a small back of Venezia earlier on. Given the fact that Venezia would remain top 2 and cement that with a win. That's the motivation I'm looking for. At the moment, you can see it paying off. A late Hearts goal as well. I should have stuck to my guns with Hearts. They've just been excellent this season. Digging out a 1-0 against Hibs with a late second half goal. Could have arguably laid the draw. It's going to help no end with their title push. Try to get between Celtic and Rangers. There they are. A nice 6 points, but they've got to play a game in hand and played 2 in hand. So business not over yet for Hearts. But you see the motivation factor. It tends to dig out these results. Right. Just done the research. So let's have a look at some of today's matches. Plenty to motivate both Aston Villa and Brighton. But Aston Villa going through a bit of a sticky patch at the moment. And that second goal has been deserting them. That's coincided with that single win in 5. So they're going to have to rediscover a second goal today, you'd think, because Brighton do have an attacking threat. Crystal Palace against Burnley. Well, when you're in such poor form and you're odds-on favourite, it tells you all about the opponent's away record. And Burnley's is awful, but Crystal Palace, coming into this match, the form is just terrible. But they've got a draw and a win in the last 2 matches. A single 0-1 win last match. Could build on that today. They're against the right opponent. Man City, unbeaten in 11 at home, scoring in all of those 11 at home. That's a pattern I would seek to see continue today. Nottingham Forest against Wolves, relegation 6-pointer. Nottingham Forest are a tough match, like a tough team like Peterborough to read. You don't know when they're going to throw in that dodgy performance. Is it going to be tonight? You know what you're going to get from Wolves. It's a lack of ambition, keeping it to 0-0 for as long as possible. Try to nick a 0-1. Total useless football at this stage of the season. It's just not working. They don't have the ammunition up front. Likely to be a Nottingham Forest win, you'd suggest, but it is a relegation 6-pointer. Sunderland and Liverpool. I wouldn't have Liverpool this short myself, giving Sunderland's unbeaten home record and ability to score draw against the top four at home this season. They will fear nobody. One slip up from Liverpool. They've had multiple 90th plus minute concessions recently, and a recent one against Manchester City. It just keeps costing them goals. 90th plus minutes, costing them points as well. They're on an awful run of lack of form, lack of consistent winning form. Arne Slot, how he's in the job, he must have some compromising pictures of somebody. So this is going to be more competitive than 1.75. Watch out for any late concessions if Liverpool lead 0-1 late into this match. Charlton and Stoke, I had to abandon ship with this one. Very tough match to read. 2.65 the favourite. That tells you everything you need to know. Any motivating factors for both of these two sides will be unveiled in their league positions. They haven't been bolded, so I'll just have to do that myself. Charlton in 18th place are a little bit too near Blackburn Rovers for comfort. They can't be nabbed just yet, but any slip up and they will find themselves in a spot of bother. Stoke are in 14th place. A win for them takes them up to 46. And with 47 the threshold for entering the top six, it's going to be an important match this evening for Stoke. So competitive is it from 6th all the way down to where Stoke are. 3 points at this stage of the season could be an emphatic move upwards. So watch out. I think for me, Stoke have the greater motivation today if this is a 0-0 late on. Grimsby and Accrington. Grimsby are a tough side to score against recently, keeping multiple clean sheets on a recent solid unbeaten run, and that could be enough for them to just have the advantage over Accrington this evening if they're likely to keep quiet to a single goal if that defence works. Now, of course, if that defence works, you've got to rely on that attack. They are well positioned today with that solid foundation defensively to get something out of this match in English League 2. Swindon and Newport County. It's a relegation 6-pointer, Swindon and Newport County, and Swindon are coming into this on the back of 3 consecutive wins. That is the type of momentum you want coming into this one. Have I got the right teams? Swindon and Newport. Well, it's a relegation 6-pointer for Newport County, that's for sure. Swindon themselves can move considerably into the top 3 automatic promotion places. So this, for me, is one of those standout matches. As far as the carrot and the stick is concerned, it's got everything from both teams, Swindon and Newport. So relegation 6-pointer, yes, but for Newport. It's a go into the automatic promotion spots with a win for Swindon. At their best, we'll get 2 goals at least from Swindon today. Looking at some of the smattering of matches around, German DBF Pokal, another humdinger. Italian Serie B, any motivating factors from any of these guys this evening? I think Frosinone are up there near the top. Or they were at least. We're at their 3rd. So a win for Frosinone takes them to 49 points in an automatic promotion spot there. They're away at Avellino. So watch out for that. Avellino in 13th place, getting a little bit adrift of the top 8. Plenty of motivating factors for Frosinone today. Automatic promotion spot awaits a win. Bari and Spezia, probably going to have to look at the wrong end of the table for these two. Bari, 20 points, could still salvage their season with Entella on 25. A win for Bari today against Spezia. Must take points off your nearest rival today. So this is one I would target a late lather draw. You must be ruthless, particularly Spezia. If you can take 3 points away from Bari, leave them a little further adrift. So expect any late draw to be messed with. I would be looking at laying any late draw here. 3 points, good. 1 point, tolerable. but 3 points required, particularly from Bari. Empoli and Juve Stabia. Mid-table mediocrity for Empoli. Juve Stabia in the top 8 and would like to remain so. They do have a 5-point gap over Carrarese. Could increase that to 8 with a win today. That could be a crucial 3-pointer today, but they're not expected. 3.25 outsiders, but plenty of action in Serie B. Could possibly exploit. I did make it last night. I was quite impressed with that because it's very, very late. But if I can make money, that's the motivator. Bologna, totally and utterly untrustworthy in all competitions at the moment. Where's that second goal? Where's that trustworthiness gone? Eredivisie today, go ahead Eagles. Did get the goal last match to end a draw. 2.5 the favourite suggests this is a little bit tough to call. NEC Nijmegen having an impressive season, playing Utrecht at the right time. And somebody's got a brand new exhaust for their birthday, and they're gone. Celtic against Livy should be in good hands under Martin O'Neill. Looks an obvious one, of course. Motherwell and Rangers, this is due deference to the fact that Motherwell have been very, very tough side to score against for quite a lot of teams this season. Took Rangers until the second half to score against them last time, but Rangers at 2.15 could be the value odds of the evening there. In a tough old coupon, 2.4 the favourite, 2.25 the favourite. Not going to be top of the list. Copa del Rey, Atletico Bilbao, Sociedad, no thank you. And Winter Tour are bottom of the league, so you might want to add that to your list to look at as a team to possibly take on this evening. So an interesting coupon. The Premier League, Championship and League One have plenty of stories, but not many trading angles for me yesterday in the Premier League. It's just you need everything to fall right, and there are all quality sides, quality managers, etc. So it's going to be interesting this evening as well. If I can make it, I will be following that. English League 2, we've got Newport County needing points. We've got Swindon, possibility of automatic promotion. We've got Grimsby, hard to score against. So readable enough sides given the lower tier status of the leagues. Have a great day. And I'll see members of FootballTradingProfits.com on Telegram later. 2 quick pounces yesterday, both very successful, including a 1.06 delay of the draw, which is always wonderful. I think that's 2 recently for me at those odds. 1.06, really absolutely clean up at those odds. Low risk, about 10 to 1. So I'll see members of FootballTradingProfits.com on Telegram a little bit later. If you do want to join as a 14-day free trial, give it a go. Do my best to make you daily football profits. That's what it's all about. E-letter. Look forward to sharing some Premier League stuff with you. And keep an eye out on FootballTradingProfits.com, because I did provide you with a free set of match reports yesterday. So there's a lot of good stuff in the free to view blog. I gave you all of the AI eyes yesterday for the English Premier League Championship, League 1 and League 2. I got AI working overtime yesterday on these. Just adds a little bit extra to you. You get these odd bonuses now and again. So do come over to the website. I try to give you 2 solid stories each day to read on a pertinent subject, and you get the occasional free AI research. So recent League 1 and League 2 winners and losers, we're looking at previewing the matches, and the pivotal matches in the Championship. Leicester and Southampton are key, because Leicester dropping that 6-point profit and sustainability rule. These are all free to view apart from the research, which is for members only. So do come along. I'll be writing another couple a bit later on, maybe on tonight's Premier League relegation and promotion and European places, how 3 points could change for the Premier League, etc. And we could even have a look at Serie B. So do come along to FootballTradingProfits.com occasionally. We have those free to view articles. Well, have a great day, and I'll see members of FootballTradingProfits.com from probably 7 o'clock onwards. Try to get something from Serie B, But looking forward to the Premier League, although only the 2 plays yesterday, but they were well worth the wait, weren't they?